All right, stream seems to be working and coming back to normal. I don't know what happened. The last bit just didn't work out, so I had to redo the stream. But I did start a little late today, about 10 and half an hour late. It's been 15 minutes. I thought market was working or OBS was working, but it just didn't. So what did we do? What did we talk about? Simple stuff. We drew the overnight range. We gapped up from Friday. So all the shorts are under the water. Market's been ranging, not a lot of volume right now. We drew the volume profile, we drew the point of control and the value area high. Looks like market just tapped the value area high and now it's bouncing above the first 15-minute candle's high. It's still indecisive, wants to go up or down, could be just range bound all day, and that's not the A plus setup. Not a lot of volume because a lot of sellers are under the water and a lot of buyers are finding these prices at a premium, so they want to buy when the price comes down, and that's when the market's going to decide what it wants to do. We talked about gold. We came and drew our ranges off of the 4-hour chart. Gold came in, tapped that 4-hour order block region. It could easily go down and tap those further lows, but right now is hovering just above here. If it comes down, we're going to be looking at a play which is these levels here, about 3251, 3260. If it breaks those, then we're seeing roughly 3158, 3175. Usually Go is correlated to NQ or the markets, S&P. If NQ is rallying up, gold will sell off. So that's what happened. You know, NQ gapped up, gold gapped down. And we saw a full, it gapped down, but then we saw a full gap fill and got rejected at the previous day's point of control or that order block and then came back down. So got to be careful with the gold while we are talking about it. Russell did the same thing on the 15-minute. It gapped up and then filled all of the gap very nicely at market open. That's what we wanted to see at NQ as well, that gap fill. Market gaps up about about 17, 18 points overnight, and then you see the same point coming in and filling all of that gap down. So that's something to look for. Same for the Dow. Dow gapped up and then filled all of that gap beautifully and then got rejected at that 50% of that order block like it did before. So sellers found a lot of conviction here, and now it's looks like coming back to those levels again and couldn't go below these levels or up to 44917 and took a lot of shorts out. NQ, is it going to sell off today or is it going to rally up? It's still somewhere in the middle, so we'll just be patient. Today I was late in the market, but I just saw it on my phone. There was not a lot of volume in, and you get busy. So when you get busy, I would like to come in every day sharp before market opens, and that's what I do. But some days, I mean, it's all discretion, right? But consistency is key. So that's where we are today, and that's where the markets are today. Let's see how it reacts to those key levels. It's all about being patient now. Whoever is watching, if you find any value, if you want me to cover something, any part of the strategy, or just want to tag along to my journey, please leave a comment and we'll go from there. Market coming back and touching that first low of the high of the 15-minute. This could be a good long with a tight risk, but looking at it's just consolidating. So this is a very low conviction play. We also drew the VWAP, and it kind of looks like it's going to come and touch the VWAP again. This could be a valid trade. Stop just right below VWAP or right below the bottom of the overnight range, and we're looking for a push up to about 23560 or even test up the top of the range, was just the all-time high for NQ. Something to note. I'm tempted to just short it. That's not my strategy or this setup. It's not an A+ setup, so I just don't want to just force any trade. So we'll just be patient and see what market decide, and then we'll participate. Gold seems to be pooched. It found some support at that 50%, but looks like there's still more room to go below. And it's just in that little range. This is what I'm looking at. Yep. This could be a good short, but gold's been a little volatile as well. We need confirmation. Big swings up and down. It's not like this or how we saw on 17 July or mid-July, end of July, when it was just little pullbacks, higher high, higher lows, higher high, big pushes up, higher lows. And now we're just seeing a consistent sell-off. This could be a good opportunity to short gold, but it's at those lows where it could easily just reverse on you very quickly and sharply. So it needs to be with tight risk. Also, a problem with gold I've realized with tight risk is that it has a tendency to just wick you out and then move in the direction you want it to go. So makes it a little tricky to trade, especially intraday. You have to hold those positions for longer. There'll be big P&L swings up and down. So let's see how we react. NQ, big push down right to that. This was a great position to add. Market's being very volatile at the moment. I kind of missed that move. I should have an order here. But again, I wouldn't have taken that play. This was just a quick scalp. Let's look at the 1 minute. Just choppy Monday. Hard to short a market which is going all-time highs. So we could see new highs of day today and just eating all those shorts up, all those prices. So maybe, or I will size down. Let's see, calculate. Big swing, 40-point swing. So there is volume in the market for sure, but it's a lot of up and down. Maybe a quick scalp. Right below. Wow, that was a big red candle. Let's look at the depth of market. Lots of orders that piled up, big orders. Roughly about 23484 region, 23282. So roughly here. So that's where market just wicked and grabbed all of that liquidity. There are more orders roughly 23480 right here, and 23490 where markets is trading at the moment. And huge orders upstairs as well. Looks like a lot of shorts are piling, 23510. So market is just in that range where it wants to decide where it wants to go. Huge orders upstairs as well, 23524, 524, top of the range. And it might just go up and grab all of that liquidity. But this is a 50-50 play. Let's see if that big candle was market wide. No, it was just an NQ thing. Russell looks like it's selling off, but could find support here. Usually Russell, when it moves in a good momentum. So right now, if it's selling off, it might be just the time to sell off. So we'll just come and draw a little trend line. That's a clear section that needs to break for a move down. A lot of shorts to come in. Looks like it's trying to decide. Also, here's what I'm looking at as well. So there's a little kind of wedge forming. Not a perfect one, very tight, but it's there. If it breaks to the upside, it'll break to the upside. NQ just grabbed a lot of liquidity, up, down, lots of wicks. Definitely a good, quick scalping being done with the day. I think the quickness is what the market requires at the moment. Grab your quick 10, 20 points and out. But can you do it consistently over time? That's the main question. Let's look at the larger time frame. Larger time frame, grab a liquidity. Maybe the next hour candle will be a big push up and a distribution candle. But right now we're just looking at market gapped up, came down, filled the gap, took a lot of liquidity, and now it's trailing up. So the next candle might be a big move up, or even this one might do it on the 4 hour. It's floating in the middle, but it's in that range. It could find support there. Right at VWAP, volume just disappeared right at that moment when it wants to decide. So it'll either push up or down. It'll be a big move for sure. Let's come and draw our. So if that's the bull move, this is what we're looking at. This could be an interesting ad.
Order filled.
Buying the NQ here. Medium position. Quick 16 points if it gives me. If we see a push higher, that'd be really nice. 20 seconds before this candle closes, so maybe next candle is gonna push it higher. easily come down, but looks like there's a lot of undecisiveness and we could catch a few points. That's not the best strategy. It's good to wait for those big moves, but I've tried that in the last session, and I think watching my videos, what worked out was just grabbing those quick points. But I'm in medium size. Nothing too crazy. There you go. That's the break on the upside on that trend line. Hope it just continues up. That'd be a great sign. 15-minute looks all right. Tapping the VWAP. A bit of drawdown, couple of points, but it's holding up nicely for now. Especially after that big wick down, you don't want to be a seller because its price didn't move. The buyers just bought everything up. So maybe this would have been a nice add or point to get in. I came in a little too early. It did break that little trend line, or you could argue that that's the trend line now. And everything else here was just that consolidation. Let's see. We never know. Not a clear trend. And even that's off of 1 minute, and that doesn't tell you the whole story. 4-hour looks decent. We talked about it. This might be the distribution candle, so that's the play. If it comes up, I might have stopped in the money and let it run. But if it's indecisive, I'll cut it. Sometimes you get what you've been given. We hope for these big moves, but maybe market doesn't have that much steam. We'll see which direction it picks to go. It will move. Markets are moving right now in this range, so it might just be a breakout at the top of the range or a breakout at the bottom of the range. There's the trade. I would like to see at least come and test that 50% mark, and that would be a nice risk to reward trade. Still 1:1. Nothing too crazy, but we might add into it, or don't add and never go full position today because there's so much chop, and we don't want to give up or get caught with their pants down with a full position. Huge swings. Might just come in and pick my stop loss and just rally to the upside. So I might adjust my stop loss because that's a huge drawdown if it comes. Let's do a 12.5 point. And that's off of the lows of these candles. I'm ignoring those wicks, still giving them a lot of room. If it's a true breakup, it'll break up. That's the trade. If it comes down, we have our stop to protect our losses. It's that simple. It will go either way. This seems like an interesting point. About 23540, 23550. That's where market came and found a lot of resistance, broke through that resistance and rallied up to 23580. So Just not a lot of volume, and as an intraday trader, that's not what we want to see. None of our setups work. Closely watching the gold. And Dow. Dow seemed to have found a resistance, but is still deciding at the bottom of the range. It could easily break up, and it's floating somewhere in the middle. All right. It's getting slower. Might come and tap that top of the range of that other trend line that I drew. This could be a trend. Nothing certain. There are no rules, especially when it comes to drawing these trend lines, but these are just indications. Because when price broke through those ranges, we saw a big push down. So there is some truth to it. We just don't know how much. Market just consolidating completely. Looks like it's in a little channel. Nothing too crazy. Maybe this is what we're looking at. But let's see. Nothing certain. We're on a bit of a drawdown. Let's see if it finds support at this trend line. And that's just a projection. There you go, finding some support. That little channel we drew. Yeah, finding some support. I'll come down to the 1 minute because market's a little bit slower. Usually 1 minute's just too fast. See if it stays in the channel. Even if it does, that'll be a great thing because it can keep finding support and keep rallying up. And that's what we'd like to see. Wow, this was a great support. And that's just because we had a trend line here from these lows, a rough trend line because we found support here, we found support here, and then we tried to break it, got rejected, but then rallied up, tried to find support of this trend line, just broke it completely, and then pooched down to this kind of region. Went up, got rejected from that trend line, or you could say it's that top of the range, so they're all in confluence, and then came down. So I thought it'll just mirror everything on the other side, and that's the art. There's no rules for doing this. It's just whatever makes sense, and you adapt. And this could all be very invalid, but right now it looks like it's finding those little supports there. So I'm going with it. It's right flirting at the top of the first 15-minute candle range. Let's see if it breaks the channel and goes to the upside. I'll be very patient today. Patient pays off. I've got an order here just in case if it catches it. If I don't want to be too ambitious, then this is what I'm looking at. That's very ambitious. Looks like it's finding support. I want to see a strong bullish candle. Something stronger. It's a great place to add. It's flirting with me, so but it's been consolidating, so just taking it easy on that one. This looks like a good point to add off of the 1 minute.
Order filled.
Adding and putting stop at break even. Looks like we're seeing a rally up. Nice. We want to see a strong push up like so. We wanted to keep pushing and try to test that top of the range. That would be a great trade. This was a good add as well. 15-minute looks great. We wanted to break that little range and keep pushing up. My stops in the money, I've got a good average, provided it doesn't wick me out. I am determined to hold this trade till it reaches those profit targets, which is just right at the 50% mark. I am worried that there's a lot of resistance here, so it has to fight a long way, but it needs to do it cleanly. A couple of moves. Right now there's just a lot of wicks. So just being patient, couple of minutes before this 5-minute closes, and a couple of minutes before this 15-minute closes. But looks like a very nice bull move. That's the liquidity grab for those ICT boys, and this could be a distribution candle. The power of threes. Let's see. Not a strong close.
Order filled.
Stop me out. Could have taken my 10 points. Could have, should have, whatever. But that's okay. That was about break even on that last trade. Puts me red on the day because of some commissions and stuff, so break even. Huge push down. Again, just consolidating. Breaking that channel for the first time. Are we going to see a push down? Good exit.
Order filled.
Adding 3 here. Seeing a big wick come in, so might just be a liquidity grab like it took me out, took a lot of the buyers out. This would be my trade. About 10 point or 11 points. Just went in with a small position. I'll add more if it's giving me the opportunity. Looks like it's ranging, so could get rejected off of this trend line. Just being patient. Yep, got rejected off of the trend line. Let's see if this was a fake out or a real move down. Finding some support. Is that the exhaustion of the move, or is it going to keep going down? That's the question. Yep, looks like all of that got bought up. See if we see a strong close up. 5 seconds. Strong close.
Order filled.
Adding more here. Waiting for a push up. Let's see if this move plays out. Not going to expect too much from the market today, so grabbing just 20 points will be a breeze. But let's see. This was a quick add or just perfect. It looks like it got out of the range, broke, and then it's rallying up again. Similarly, what happened here? It broke down, rallied up a touch, broke down, rallied up. So it's just consolidating. That's what I'm playing, trying to see if market just reverses into this mean average. Definitely doesn't want to come down. It could, but we saw a lot of buyers step in and eat that candle up. So let's see how that plays out on the 5-minute and 15 minutes. This was a great move up. I was 10 points in the profit with nice big position. Should have taken that profit just to get some cushion up. I think that's the strategy from going on, but you never know if that candle would have just gone up and hit my target. So that's about keeping the risk to reward. Looks like that move just rallied down after it went up and got completely rejected. This could be a stop loss run, or it's finding support off of the VWAP. Let's see. Might just stop me out. I'm tempted to move my stop to this here, so I don't want to get wicked out, which it will.
Order filled.
Ooh, but I'm glad to just respect. Alright, so broke the range. We saw a big move down. Classic, I was on the wrong side of the trade. That happens, it's alright. See how we recover from it.
Order filled.
I bought that because I saw a big wick and it might just reverse a little. And that's just off a hunch. Usually it does. And that's a high probability game. Retest. Could move below, but I'll cut it quick. Let's see. And then I'll switch gears.
Order filled.
Adding here. It's on the wrong side. Seems like. What I want to see is, you know how this wick came down and it just got easily bought up? I want to see the same buying action come and kick in here as well. It's all speculation, but looks like it's moving down right now. Not with a lot of conviction. That's what's giving me some will to hold this trade. Wait for a move up. It did broke those lows as well. Seeing about 10 points of drawdown now. Not ideal. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. So it's at the bottom of the range. And this could be a conviction for shorts, or we could see a lot of buyers step in here. We don't know yet. I never or don't like adding in a loss. And this is a small position again, just 6 contracts, not like 10 or 15. So I would like to just be in 3 contracts for this one and let it play out. But Maybe I was a little early on this trade, but there are no hindsight, there are no clear levels. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down. So you just gotta take your shot. Looks like it's reversing and it might come to the VWAP. Could even go higher. Lots of orders have piled up. 23507 roughly here. 507 might come and just grab those orders. So let's see. One hour looks good. Looks like it was just a big wick, and now market's grabbing liquidity coming up. This was a really good candle, which means market just rallied all the way down and now it came up, which means it got absorbed. All the selling pressure got absorbed by the buyers. That's what gave me conviction to buy at this point, because I don't think market's gonna go down. It can do whatever it wants, to be honest. It can just make sure that it finds a lot of sellers here and it can keep pushing down, but that's not what I'm seeing at the moment. I could be wrong. 50-50. We called it out at the start of the session. And we'll have to be patient. Gold sold off. Might find support here or just keep selling off. Tempted to short it here. Stop just above the top of the range. Just don't like getting in the middle. Would have been a nice short up here. NQ looks like it's finding support. We don't know yet. Yep.
Order filled.
Adding more NQ here. Just off of the little pullback after that big bull candle. Trying to see a momentum up. Maybe a quick add, but it just to get my average. Let's see now. This is 9 contracts, so I want to be really quick to cut it if it doesn't work out. 5-minute doesn't look good. Looks like it just got a lot of resistance to push through, but 15 looks alright. Looks like it's wicked down and you could see a move up. 11 seconds before the next candle opens, so let's see how the move plays out. don't like drawdown in a full position, frankly. Let's see. Struggling, testing that. Getting rejected. I don't want to see new lows. Buyer stepping in. Literally in the middle. My orders are literally in the middle of this range. Could flip up or down. Came down, came up, came down, came up, came down. Hopefully coming up. That's a lot of drawdown on a full position. Almost 10 points. So reason I'm holding because it's wicking. That's a key level. Needs to break that to come see. Speculations at this point. Seeing a push up. Is it going to be enough to take it to mean average? That's the question. All right, let's see if this move decides it. If it finds resistance here, I'm tempted to cut it. But if it pushes through, I'll hold. while we're waiting. Let's look at GC. What am I doing? I'm glad to not participate here in the middle in the GC because it would have just stopped me out. NQ, right as I look away, is trying to make moves. Nice, big buyers coming in. This will be a deciding point if it wants to flip to the upside or it just finds resistance here. What is it going to be, NQ? We need a strong push up and strong like couple of green prints, especially to the top of this level. That would be a great trade. But let's see. Market's very choppy, so we'll just take what we are given today. Again, looks like a great ad to me here. Finding resistance. Adding
Order
3
filled.
here. Senna says, if you see a gap and you don't go for it, you're no longer a racing driver. Same with trading. If you see a setup and you don't go for it, you're no longer a trader. Could be completely wrong with that logic, but I just saw nice candle up and this could be a resistance or a breakout. If it's a breakout, we're in a great trade. Otherwise, we'll just cut it. I'm in a full position, 12 contracts, so I might scale out some as it pushes up just to secure some profits or trail my stop. That doji is not very promising. We want to see strong pushes up and break through that range just like so. We don't want resistance there, you know. 5 minute looks great, but it got rejected off of the VWAP. That's not the greatest sign. We want a strong push up, especially on the 15-minute, for the buyers to have conviction. Just like so. Looks like finding some support here and got rejected. Very choppy day, just like Friday. Choppy session. Maybe I was really quick at adding, and that's all the range market has to offer. But I'm waiting for that quick move up and break those levels in a one clean move for sellers to cover and buyers to step in, and for this to be a valid trade. On big buyers here, we don't want consolidation because that's not something that you want to sit through in a drawdown, especially with a bigger position. And here's what I'm looking at right now. That's the trend. That's the wedge. Let's see if we go touch the top of the wedge. It's really struggling at the moment. Seeing some action come through. Right at our average. If you put stop in the money in this market, it'll always, certainly always stop you out. But it's good to secure quick profits and have higher accuracy. I think that's the market we have today. Or just be very patient with a small position. Not a lot of buying coming again. New 5-minute candle just printed. Let's see if this is the one. It's right at the low of the overnight range, so this is a discount price for the buyers to kick in. It's a big gnarly red candle. Took out all the gains from the past few candles. We need buyers to step in and buy all of this up. Flirting with that trend line. Want to see test of the top of the trend, drop the wedge. That's what I would like to see. And if it breaks that wedge on the upside, then that's just beauty, isn't it? Looks like it's breaking the wedge below. Right here. One hour looks like it's just a sell candle. Got to get out of this trade a couple of times, break even, but I'm just hoping that it was just, this is a fake out. The market has a lot of potential to go up, especially all-time highs. We're just filling the gap from yesterday. Could easily get rejected here. And because it's the break or wedge on the downside. But let's see. Or it will have a big green candle to take out or fake out everyone. It's the big chop, so it's very hard to decipher or decide what direction to be in, especially when you're on the wrong side. I'm just trying to be patient. Usually I'm very impatient in a loss, which I am right now. I've been tempted to close it, but market's just so indecisive. I want to take a big loss, close the day, or wait to see it reverse, and happy days. Either way. Looks like that was a fake out. Bottom of the range, a lot of buyers can come in. Market's already tapped yesterday's value area high. And if it goes below that, then we're seeing a lot of selling pressure, which I don't see on the tape at the moment. There's a lot of buy orders up here, big ones, where my order is, so that's what I'm hoping. This could be a stop loss run or just grabbing some liquidity. All right, market really gave everyone a chance to get out here before it just pushes down or still just consolidating. Let's go a little higher time frame, eh? That's what's been happening. Not much. It's just in that little range for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 minutes. 5 minute candles. 6 if you count this red one. It's still on that little gap fill. Could just fill that gap up. Let's see. Just trying to do less. Let the market do its thing. Pick a side and just go with it. Looks like that was a fake out and it did find support. Drawing a lot of trend lines today because they make sense. Especially in this choppy market, that's the only reference you have, honestly. That's not good. Came right at an average and then just pushing down. That could be a stop out.
Order filled.
Big order came in. That puts us red on the day. Coming in, I knew market was choppy. Biggest loss of the week. Should we keep going? Only if the setup turns up. There's no rush. There were a few times I could really go break even, but Russell seems to make moves. Broke those lows, so I'm interested in going short off of those pullbacks. But just trying to be very careful because we're already in a loss.
Order
Shorting the
filled.
Russell here. Tight stop. Don't want to see go above those ranges. Just want to see a nice push down.
Order filled.
Adding to the Russell. It gives us that nice big sweep down because it broke the lows. Are we going to see new lows?
Order filled.
Adding some more. Stop in the money.
Order filled.
Stop me out. Ooh, big moves down in NQ. Broke the point of control. Did I miss the trade there, or there's still some opportunity? Perhaps to go short.
Order filled.
Maybe a little early there. Trying to catch some points here. Stop in the money. Zooming in on the action. Missed by a couple of points. Let's see if we see a big move up.
Order filled.
All right, that kind of makes our day bearable. Russell, glad to be stopping out of that, and the money really reversed on us. GC would be selling off then if markets. Oh, it's consolidating. Let's focus on one market, be laser focused.
Order filled.
Buying NQ again, seeing for a push up for a reversal. Could easily come and see low of days, but I'm just hoping it would just reverse because there was a strong move from the yesterday's point of control. I'm just catching those small, short, sharp 10 pointers and stop in the money just to be sure because we just want a big move up quickly. We don't want it to take a lot of time. We want to secure that bag. Missed my order by a couple of ticks. Hope it finds supports here. If it does, we're going to see a good move up. Did miss it by a couple of ticks though. Finding support at the yesterday's value area high. We want a strong push up and not a lot of consolidation in this region. I'm tempted to push my limits up a tad higher because I'm seeing some movement in the market. There you go.
Order filled.
Closing here because a lot of undecisiveness. That puts us break even on the day. Could easily go up higher, but I just wasn't seeing it. Maybe get in with a smaller position, and hindsight, that would have just done it, but I was just being protective of my capital. This could easily be a good short at these levels. Seeing that there was a lot of rejection here, but you could easily have a big kill candle and come and see new lows of days, so that's why I'm being a little bit more careful. Big wicks up and down. Sharp moves. Let's see how price behaves here. 1 hour was a gnarly candle, filled all of that gap from yesterday. We just have to be mindful of what just happened. It came and tapped the yesterday's point of control and yesterday's value area high, and now it's trading above. It couldn't push through below. This could be a point for a lot of buyers to kick in. But we have to be careful and find a good entry. And trade each setup separately. Break even on the day. Tempted to just take this day, close it, and go, but I might give it one more chance.
Order filled.
Seeing some buyers kick in. Just trying to catch those quick points. The worst entry at market should have had limit buys, but just because there's so much volume kicked in, I was tempted to just participate, nothing else. But at the bottom of this range. Could keep going higher, but that's the trade. He's changing strategy here. Micro scalps. Tight risk. This could have been an entry. It's the same logic. This is a negative RR trade, honestly. Something I wouldn't take, but looking at market conditions, I just want to close the trade quickly and profit. Make something out of it. Five-minute holds up. We could see a push up maybe roughly there. I'm moving my thing up. Stops at break even now. Let's see.
Order filled.
Great trade. Right at the bottom of the range. Could keep going higher, but there's so much resistance. Could keep coming down as well. So I was just trying to be patient and trade, quickly close the trade. And I've just been doing micro scalps. That puts us green on the day. About $100. I'll take it. Nothing too shabby. Again, if I bought up here, anybody who bought up here, that was in a great position if they held. And that's all hindsight. But because there's so much choppiness, it could have easily just ranged here for the rest of the day. I'm just trying to close it quickly and wait for another setup or call it a day. I've been trading for an hour, more than an hour, streaming for an hour. So gold seems to have found support because NQ sold off, so gold is rallying up. They kind of work in conjunction. I'm tempted to take a trade on it because it's moving so fast, but it's going to be the worst average. And it's floating somewhere in the middle. My trade would have been right below the value area high. NQ is the most moving asset. This is what I didn't want to see. So yes, it did push a lot. When did we close the trade? We closed it at 486. 470 to 486. No, sorry. 479 to 486. About 7.7 or yeah, 7-8 points. 2486 right here. Yeah, it went a couple of points, but this is what I didn't want to see, a big drawdown. So my trade started here at this point. Quick push up. I had a stop right below here. Now it could rally down or up. I'm tempted to short it, just knowing that there's so much resistance here. And maybe we can just go with a smaller position and see if it come and test the lows. But we want to see.
Order filled.
Let's give it a stab and see. Just risking today's profits to see if it comes down to this level and blesses us with another 10 points. And I'll have stop in the money, of course, if it comes down. There's some orders down below as well, giving me some conviction. It's not going to be like a big trade. It's just 3 contracts. So take it what you will. And the market is below the bottom of the 15-minute range. That's giving me some conviction to short it. That's the logic here now. Yes, we recovered, but we might go and see the bottom of this range or consolidate in this region. Let's see. And if we see nice pushes down, then I might add to it. But that's my totality. We need to see some good pushes down though. Maybe one big candle can do it. That's the power of the market at the moment. Huge red candle takes like 3-4 candles to get up. Big wicks, and sellers come in pretty quick out of nowhere. So I know there's a lot of selling pressure here. But the break of wedge trade did hold. It broke the wedge here, sold off. Broke the wedge here, sold off. I was in the wrong direction. I didn't catch that move. I actually got into a loss. But then we quickly recovered, knowing that it's going to pivot from the point of control and the value area high. And now we're risking those profits to see if we can suck back into those ranges, because it's going to find a lot of resistance here. I was a little early on the entry than I like. 5-6 point of drawdown, but it's a crazy market, so it's okay. Or sometimes when it reverses, you just see continuous buying action for the rest of the day, and that could be it. And that means we're on the wrong side. And then we'll just manage your risk, move on. But if it comes down, if this trade is valid, the way I'm going to manage it is just add into it and take about, or at least come take profits roughly yesterday's value area high. I think there's a lot of potential there. Let's see. And it's hovering at the low of the first 15-minute candle as well, which gave me a lot of conviction to short it. That's the first 15 minutes. It's right at the middle of it. So we might come and see the low of the first 15 minutes, which is right at yesterday's value area high. Somewhere around there. That would be a nice trade. I'm in small position. I sized down after recovering from a drawdown. And that's what it means by position sizing. Here are the trades for the day. A lot of wrong ones, but quick in and out and outs. But my winner sizes are bigger than my losers. That's what it matters. Trying to keep that good risk to reward. And sometimes getting out quickly to keep the accuracy up. And not having a bias, long or short, helps a lot. Just looking at the market for what's going on. Looks like it's finding resistance there, but it's fighting. That's what I'm seeing here. Now it's a counter trend. You see it's been ranging down. So this could be it now. That's the move. A lot of triangles, I have to clean them up. Oh no. So let's do that. And those are not valid now, so we'll just draw that. What's valid now is this little wedge. If it breaks on the below bottom side, we'll see a good push down. If not, I'm out. Obviously, going to see the break of wedge. Price coming down and retesting the value area high from yesterday? If yes, then it's going to be an aggressive move down, and we'll try to add into it. Looks like it's finding support right at that trend line. Needs to break it for it to be valid, you know? Right here. Couple of wicks up and down, but we need a clean break rather than going up. I'm also going to adjust my stop. Because we want to see a clean breakdown now. It's going to come up like that. Yeah, we don't want to be a seller, right? We want to see a good push down and close down. Still giving it some chance to prove itself. And that could be it, this trade. Testing the top of the range. Super normal. Might come test the bottom range and then break down. But let's see.
Order filled.
And it stopped me out. There's a small $50 loss. Nothing too crazy. 46 with commissions. Trade's still valid if it's breaking to the upside or breaking the wedge. I'm tempted taking a long. Right here. Also mining to be careful. Market's just choppy in this region. Missed me by a tick. Let's see if this is gonna give us a fill. Zoom in on the action. And market's being a little tad slow.
Order filled.
Yep, I got filled out. Let's see if this is the move. To go test the VWAP because it broke the wedge. Let's see. A lot of choppiness. Short trade. Risking a few points below the wedge to make about 7.5 points. Quick scalps just to see if market can get there. These prices act like magnets, especially close to VWAP. See if we can get that fill. Looks like it broke the wedge on the upside, and it could rally up. Let's see. I'm in with 5 contracts, tight risk. Found support at that bottom trend line. Right there. That could have been my order if I were a little bit more patient. That could have been a lot of people's stop loss too. But let's see if we get a pull off frog and move up. What's my risk on this? Losing about $35. Make about 72. Nothing too shabby, nothing too crazy. Right, markets are moving. Could go a little bit higher as well. I'm tempted to put my stop at break even soon once it breaks this range. So leaving it about 8 points. A profit target, that is. 5 minute doesn't look too good. Just deciding on a strong push up. 15 minute looks all right. Just so much chop today. Okay, just wanted to break the range so I can move the stop up. Just trying to do it. That's the one. Stop break even. Didn't really do anything. Just printed a little wick up. We want a good push up. Otherwise, it's just gonna stop me out and we risked all of that for nothing. But if it keeps going up, maybe we're seeing here. I'm moving my limit up because I'm seeing some conviction come in. But I'll close this if it doesn't work out. We might just break the VWAP. Let's see. Break of wedge. Missed my stop by a tick. That's a good sign. Probably buyers are pushing it up. And they are. If it breaks the VWAP, we're looking good. And we did. Finding some resistance there. Zooming in and out to see previous levels is very choppy, so it's hard to decipher where the market's going to end up. We can just do, okay, deciding at VWAP, might see a good break up of the VWAP, so I'm moving my limits up as well. Might see a big push up. That's what we're trying to see. After a lot of waiting, this could be it. Finding some resistance at VWAP, that's for initial price target. $100, gave it on the table completely because I moved my stop up, limits up, just to see that there's a lot of conviction coming in the buying side. And it's a break or wedge, so we might see some good push up. So let's see. We just want to see that break of VWAP. The market might just move up, especially to the top of the 15-minute. If that's what happens, then it's a good trade. I'm just getting out right at the middle of the consolidation. Tempted to get out soon, but I just want to give it some time. Being patient. Right, this is the candle. It might break the VWAP or just get completely rejected. Looks like it's finding a lot of rejection. I'm going to see some good buying support right at this moment and keep prices moving higher and higher. Looks like it's finding support, and it did, breaking higher. Couple more pushes up. Finding rejection. I'm going to see a strong close of this candle. Strong bull close. Looks like it's doing it. Trying to get out of that range. Yep. Let me put my limit. I'm tempted to put my limit up because I'm seeing some good buying action. But we also don't want to be greedy. Let's see. If I can get 13 points out of this trade, that would be good. Missed my limit by a tick. I'm
Order
getting out
filled.
here roughly. Could keep going up, but there's a lot of resistance and we could see some pushes down. It could just miss my stop by a tick, so I was gonna get out in this region anyway. That puts us green on the day, 155. As you can see, my win percentage is pretty atrocious, or not so great, about 40%, 35%. But the profit factor is 1.29, which means I'm going for that 1 is to 1 is to 1.2, 1 is to 1.5. So I need to make it 1 to 1. So that's about 1 is to 1, just slightly higher. There were trade direction was mostly longs, and average loss was like if I'm sitting in a trade longer, I'm taking it as a loser. And good thing is average loser is way like smaller than the average winner. That's the stats. Real world trading. Prices are moving up, could go up to the top of the range. I'm tempted to get in at a pullback at these ones because risk some of my profits right now and see if we can get a nice move higher. Right at VWAP.
Order
Right
filled.
there. You see your setup and you don't take it, and I'm hoping to see the top of the 15-minute candle. I'll put my stop in the money too, so it's a risk-free trade. So risking about 6-7 points to make about 8 points, 8.5 points. That's not the best trade, but that's what the market's giving, and I'm trying to secure profits quickly. So let's see what happens. I'm in with 5 contracts too, micros. The trade is that we might find support at VWAP because we broke it. Usually when we break it, we come down, we retest the VWAP, and we push higher. And all this move up is going to give some conviction to the buyers, and we could see a quick sharp kill candle. So that's what I'm worried about, and that's why I'm trailing my stop very tight. You don't want to give too many profits on the day. But that's the trade. See if we can push higher. Getting in and out is also the same as just sitting through one position for longer, but I'm just securing that position because you don't want it to reverse on you. It's good to take a small loss than a whole big thing, a big profit come in reverse on you. Mentally, that's also like we're here to get profits and secure the bag. Let's see if this candle does it. Zooming in on the action. Yep, that's some sellers kicking in, which is good. That means there's volume coming in, and we want to see it push up higher. We don't want it to come down and take out the lows, all right? Just a few pushes up, break even, stop. We want a continuation on the upside. And no matter what happens on the trade, we're green on the day. That's a good feeling that you did your job properly as a trader. Managed trades well, risk to reward. Now being a tad patient and seeing this trade plays out. If it does, which is going to see the top of that 15-minute candle, can get rejected there, but if it goes touches that, then it's a valid trade and a nice risk to reward. The reason for getting it again is because we've been seeing some nice buying action off of the lows. We went and touched the lows, but
Order
market just
filled.
never saw light of day. This is what I was worried about, this big kill candle. Again, it's a valid trade because it's coming in getting support of the VWAP. I'm tempted to get in, but wait for it to come to at least this point. So let's see if we find support at VWAP or
Order filled.
buying here. Same trade. Maybe it stopped me out, break even, and it'll rally up. Does that. Market's been doing that. Stop right below bottom of that range because I don't want it to go lower. Because I wanted to find true support at VWAP and just keep pushing up. That's the trade. Even at 5 minutes, it's valid. Right there. If it comes down, not interested. But it's a VWAP bounce trade. We broke VWAP. We tested it. Now we're going to move higher. Like we did here. We broke VWAP. We tested it a couple of times and we broke down. So we don't know if it's going to take a couple of tries or it's just going to be this one sweep up. But usually how buying action works is it's just going to be a slow couple of 3 candles and it'll come up rather than a selling action, which is one big quick kill candle and then it just reverses the momentum right away. Holds up on the 15-minute as well. We're seeing some nice buying action. We just want this 15-minute to close a little bit higher because we've been seeing some good buying action. So I just got stopped out earlier, break even, and I got in again, seeing the same setup. Not risking much, about 5 points, could get stopped out, but making about 9 to 10 points. So that's a valid trade. Let's see. Looks like we found support and this was just a stop loss run or just an extended move. Consolidating right above VWAP. We're going to see a strong push up to test the top of the first 15-minute candle of the day. And market conditions have shifted now. Monday is like a big example, and that's how the whole momentum is going to carry for the rest of the week. And that's a sign. Because we're seeing all-time highs, it's difficult to trade. As a short trader, moves are sharp, quick. And as a long trader, there's a lot of wicks, prices are not holding up, there's a lot of indecisiveness, so it's a bull market for sure, but those big bull moves are coming after market, big gap ups. They're not coming during the session. During the session, it's just been a lot of chop, and if you argue, it's just very difficult to trade. Yeah, there was one couple of good trades in the past.
Order filled.
That was a great trade, but still. Again, about $100 on the day. I'm gonna close it now. And if I find something else, I might just take it. Just a quick scalp. But I'm happy how today turned out. So thanks everyone for watching. If there's anything, leave in the comments in the chat. and I'd like to see what everyone thinks. See you tomorrow.